ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, I welcome all of you to our weekly online class where we are studying Bhagavad Gita. And today we are going to start a new chapter in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 3. In our last class, we completed chapter number 2. And practically, we are going to now systematically study Bhagavad Gita, because if we see, chapter 2 is a kind of a summary of entire Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is explaining to Arjuna all the yoga, karma, that we are not this body, we are the soul, the Sankhya, then the karma, then the bhakti, everything in the second chapter. Practically, Krishna gives a summary. And Arjuna gets a little confused now. Because if you see the second section, the last section of the second chapter, we have been discussing on Sthita Prajna. And Krishna was explaining with so many examples, like a turtle, you should control your senses. Like an ocean, you should be peaceful. No matter whatever happens, you should control, fix this, that. So many buddhi yoga, this, that, Krishna is explaining. And then now Arjuna is getting a confusion, and he is putting a question to Arjuna, Krishna. That what actually you want to tell me? You are telling that you are glorifying Sthita Prajna, that person who is sitting at one place without any agitation, just chanting, meditating. You are telling you are glorifying that person. Then why you are telling me to fight? Come on. I should also sit at one place and do my meditation, chant Hare Krishna. You are telling me, Uttishta, Arjuna, go and fight with the Kauravas, kill the Kauravas. I am totally confused what to do, what not to do. Please clarify my doubt. So this is like the question Arjuna is going to ask Krishna in the third chapter. And based on this question, whether to renounce the activity or not. Sometimes people come, Prabhu ji, abhi aisa ichha ho raha hai na, sab kuch chhod chhad do aur mandir mein aa jaओ. Pause. Do your duty, take the responsibility. I remember when I was in our Radha Gopinath Mandir, they have a rule that if you want to join as a brahmachari, then generally, suppose somebody wants to join as a brahmachari immediately after the studies, they want to join. That why to work outside in the corporate sector, 9 to 6 job, work, let me join directly after the study. But sometimes people join as an excuse to their hard working. So that I won't go company, corporate sector and work hard. Directly I'll enjoy the life. But that is how the temple has come up with a rule that you want to join, before joining, you have to have a work experience of 2-3 years. Work nicely, earn money nicely, and prove that you are a successful person in the society. Then you can renounce and join. So that escapist mentality won't be there. Otherwise, okay, brahmachari ashram अच्छा है ना, कुछ काम करने का नहीं, खाओ पियो आराम से, भजन कीर्तन करो शांति में. So sometimes people get attracted with that. So that's how the temple has made this rule. So I remember when I also expressed my desire, they told, "Are you have to work?" So I worked for 4 to 5 years in corporate sector. So many companies, TCS, Patni, I get. So then in 2013, I joined fully. I get retirement. So this is what Arjuna is also thinking now. So if sitting at one place and peacefully meditation is the only way, then why to do all since kind of a fight and killing each other, bleeding blood? What is the point doing all these things? Just I'll go to one place and sit at one place. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare. I'll chant nicely with my beads, Prabhuji, and you will be happy. I will be happy. So why you are dragging me? Kill Bhisma, kill Drona. What do you need? So this is the point of Arjuna now in the third question. And to answer this, Krishna will explain Karma Yoga. The third chapter is entitled as a Karma Yoga, the most famous so-called chapter, the Karma Yoga section of Bhagavad Gita. Karmani Vadi Karas, people often quote these verses. All these things we are going to study now in this third chapter. The third chapter, Krishna is going to explain about Karma Yoga. That also Karma Yoga are two types, Sakam Karma Yoga and Niskam Karma Yoga. So in detail, Krishna is going to explain Arjuna that Arjuna, living and going to forest is not the only solution. You have to face the reality of life and tackle it. And this is the beauty of Karma Yoga. By doing this also, you can please me. You can do bhakti of me. And that is, let's try to understand how the conversation begins and how Krishna is going to explain this Karma Yoga. So this section, you will see, it is divided into 5 sections. Just I'll share the screen so that you will get to do the advanced sharing. So these are the 5 sections you can see here. 1 and 2, first 2 verses is like the Arjuna is putting question that I should renounce or I should work. I'm confused. Then Krishna from 3 to 9 verse, Krishna is going to explain the Karma Yoga, Niskam Karma Yoga. And 10 to 16, Krishna explains about the difference between Karma Kanda and Karma Yoga. And 17 to 35, Krishna is going to explain there are so many nice kings are there. They have set an example by doing activity. Although they had all the qualities to renounce, still they perform their activity. Why? Just to set an example for the society. And then the last part is Krishna, Arjuna puts question that what is that thing that always attracts that pull that person towards bad karma, sinful activity, and that culprit is lust and anger. Krishna tells at the end of the class. So this is the breakdown of the whole chapter, the 5 section. So today we are going to see the first section of this chapter, that is renunciation versus the what Arjuna is going to ask now. So let's recite the sloka. Those who have books, Bhagavad Gita with them, kindly refer your book, and I am also sharing the sloka. Okay. Chapter number 3, sloka number 1 and 2. Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna is going to ask questions to Krishna about what to do. I'm confused. Arjuna Uvacha Jayasi Chet Karma Naste Mata Buddhir Janardana Tat Kim Karmani Ghore Mam Niyojayasi Kesava Vyamisreneva Vakyena Buddhim Moho Shiva Me Tadekam Yada Nishchitya Yena Sreya Ham Apnuyam. So in this sloka, Arjuna is putting 2 questions to Krishna, that what am I supposed to do? What is correct for me? Please clarify me. So that was the point of Arjuna. Let's try to see the meaning of the sloka, and then we will go further. So I'll share again the screen for the sloka meaning. Okay. Okay. All can see my screen now. Okay. So Arjuna is asking question to Krishna. Janardana, O Janardana. Then he's telling, Mata Buddhi, if you think that intelligence, Because in the previous chapter, if you see, Krishna was explaining about the Buddhi Yoga, about the intelligence, how the intelligence has to be fixed at one place. Mata Buddhi, if you think that intelligence, Jayasi chet karmana, Jayasi means better, Karmana means karma. You are thinking that intelligence is better than karma. Because you only told to do Buddhi Yoga in the previous chapter, last section. Sthita Prajna ka bhasa, Sthita Prajna, how the Sthita Prajna is to sit, how the Sthita Prajna is to walk, how the Sthita Prajna is to do all this interaction. So in one sense, I think you are telling that Buddhi Yoga, that is better than the Karma Yoga, as for your verdict in the last chapter. Then, Kim karmani ghore mam nyojashi. Why are you engaging me? Kim is why. Karmani ghore, engaging me in ghore means ghastly warfare. Ghora vritti means ghastly activity. So then, if you are thinking that sitting at one place, meditating on the God is that is the solution to everything, then why? What is the need of engaging me into this ghastly activity? So that is the point of Arjuna. And then the second sloka, Arjuna tells that Buddhi moho Shiva me, my intelligence Buddhi, moho means Maya, bewilder. My intelligence is fully bewildered. Buddhi moho Shiva me. And then Vyamisreneva Vakyane. Vyamisrena means your verdict, your instruction is very confusing. Vyamisrena, very mixing. Kabhi ye bol raho, kabhi wo bol raho. Kya bolna kya chahte ho? Your Vakyana is Vyamisrena. It's very mixed word. You are telling sometimes you are glorifying Karma Yoga, sometimes you are glorifying Buddhi Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Main karu to what should I do? Tell one thing clearly so that I can do. Your words are Vyamisrena Vakyena. Tad ekam vada nischitya. Tad, therefore, ekam vada nischitya. Nischitya means tell me one thing to do. कभी को होता है ना, हाँ ये करो, हाँ वो करो, अरे अरे प्रभु जी करना है तो what should I do? Tell one thing now. You're telling n number of things. What should I do? You're making me confused. So that's what Krishna, Arjuna asking that. Tada ekam vada nischitya. Tell me one thing. What should I do? Don't make me confused, Krishna. Already I'm confused. And on top of that, your instructions are more confusing. Just tell me one thing so that I can do. Yena sreya aham apnuyam. And that one thing what you are going to tell me, yena sreya, that will be the most beneficial for me. That should be the best thing for me. So please tell me that. So that is Arjuna's point here. So let's try to understand what are the purport points Prabhupada is covering here in this sloka. So that this also you can see. So when Arjuna heard the full second chapter, here we can see Arjuna's the first doubt is confusion, that I should work or I should detach. That is the main doubt of Arjuna. Work karenge to then I have to kill all this army person. Detach is better. I'll go to the forest and I'll do the detachment. So that is the main point of Arjuna. So I will not fight and I will beg. So then if I detach, then what is the future? What should I do then? Simple thing. If I will not fight, then I will take the profession of a Brahmana and I will go and I will beg Viksham Dehi. Simple thing. So that's how Arjuna made up his mind that I will become a sannyasi and I'll beg alms from all the houses. So the thought of Arjuna is that if I'll work, then I'll get reaction. So if I'll no work, no reaction. Simple, na? Very simple. Work, reaction. No work, no reaction. So the better, I will not do anything. I'll sit at one place, I'll just beg alms, take a sannyasi vest, and I'll live happily the life after. So this is what Arjuna understood in the discussion of Krishna in the second chapter. And Arjuna put forth the question in front of Krishna. Let's try to see the purport points of Prabhupada very interestingly. What all things Prabhupada is trying to tell in the previous chapter. Prabhupada is now giving a practical solution. Prabhupada is telling the practicality of how the people also think in terms of Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada is saying sometimes Krishna consciousness moment is also misunderstood to be inertia. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, the moment you start lifting your mala and when you start chanting your mala, तो हाँ देखो इसको कुछ काम नहीं है, माला उठा के बैठ के जप कर रहा है. So that is the so-called idea people carry, that when a person is chanting means he doesn't have any work and he's just lifting the mala and just chanting at one place. Once I remember my spiritual master, His Holiness Radhanath Swami, he was coming in a flight to India, and in that flight, that times the environmental minister was also coming, and she saw Maharaj was chanting in a bits, and then she came near Maharaj, and seeing a person in this clothes, obviously that curiosity to tell something. Well, Swamiji, what you are doing, you are chanting at one place, just see the environment around you. There are so many things that are happening, so many pollution, water pollution, air pollution. So what practical things you are contributing to the society? You are just sitting at one place and chanting. So who is asking? The environmental minister of India is asking to His Holiness Radhanath Swami in a flight. So that Maharaj didn't knew that she is the environmental minister. Later Maharaj came to know. Maharaj, obviously somebody, so many people ask so many questions. So Maharaj gave an answer. So Maharaj told that, that time Maharaj told that, so what you do? Then she started telling that I do all kind of initiatives so that I can protect the environment. I do the projects for clearing the water, stopping the air pollution, this, that, so many things. She gave a big list of the things. Maharaj told, very nice, very good, you are doing all these things. And Maharaj told, you have been trying to clean this environment since so long time, right? But is it stopped or is it get purified? So what is the result? She tells that no matter how much you try, still the pollution will get continue. People again dump the things in the river, again they do all kind of pollution. And then Maharaj tells that, have you ever thought what is the root cause of this pollution? Then she becomes surprised. Root cause of this pollution is what? So then Maharaj told, no matter how much you do the cleaning of this environment, until the heart of people are unclean, they will again dump the waste in the same river. Because the system is not cleaned. The problem is with the wiring system in the brain. So till the heart is not clean, they will again do the same wastage. Because the value system is not proper. So then she thought, so how to do that then? So that's what I am doing right now. So when I'm chanting on these beats, Hare Krishna, so this spiritual sound vibration, it cleans your heart. It cleans, and all the waste pollution, what has happened in your heart since so many lifetimes, the heart get clean from all the pollution. And when heart get clean from all the pollution, then automatically that person will do something positive contribution to the society. He will never throw the paper in the road. He will throw the paper in the dustbin. Why? Because the heart is clean. So that is what I am telling. I am cleaning from the inside. You are trying to clean from the outside. I am cleaning from the inside. So everyone is doing their job. I'm not just sitting at silently and wasting my time. And then she was surprised to hear this answer. Oh, please continue doing your job. So that is what here Prabhupada is telling, that sometime when people see that he is a Hare Krishna devotee chanting at one place, so they think that they are impractical. They are not doing any practical contribution to the society. So it's not like that. The greatest thing we are doing to the society, one person chanting at one corner in the jungle, Dhruva Maharaj, one 6-year-old boy, chanting at one corner in the whole world, and the effect can be felt in the whole universe. That is Dhruva Maharaj. She is chanting, doing meditation in the jungle, but the whole devatas, they were terrified because of the sadhana. That is how, because you are getting connected with the supreme power, with the Krishna. So this is the fourth dimensional thing, the spiritual thing, what a material person cannot understand. That is beyond his scope. So Prabhupada is telling, people often misunderstand seeing a devotee that they are not doing any practical thing, and actually then Prabhupada tells that actually it has happened sometime because people try to imitate that there are devotees who can sit at one place and they can chant, they can do meditation, and they can please Lord. There are such devotees are there. But problem happens when in societies, sometimes immaturely we try to imitate such exalted devotees. And then the problem happens. If you see so many places that without having proper qualification, they try to imitate the activities of a pure devotee. For example, I'll tell an example. Once Prabhupada was preaching and one devotee approached Prabhupada and he told that, Prabhupada, I want to just chant Hare Krishna, that's it. And then Prabhupada, as a guru, he could understand that whether he has this ability to chant or not. Because everything needs qualification, right? If a standard, 5th standard students will tell, I want to study this 10th standard books. Teacher will tell, relax. 5 years to go to the standard. Study now 5th standard book. No, I want to study 10th standard book. The intention is good. The desire is good. But you have to wait for that. It's not that in a fraction you will get 10th standard books. So this devotee is telling that I will sit at one secluded place and I'll just focus on holy name and I will chant, just chant like Haridas Thakur. If you know Haridas Thakur, Ananta Chaturdasi is coming next week. The appearance day of Haridas Thakur. So the Haridas Thakur, he used to chant 192 rounds in a day. Can you imagine? People are getting surprised to hear. Probably a joke. What you're telling, finishing 2 rounds is tough for us. So he is known as Namacharya. Namacharya means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made him that he is the in charge of holy name. So every day without fail, he used to chant 192 round. 64 into 3. 16 round takes 2 hours, right? Then 64 round will take how much? 8 hours. Into 3, 24 hours. That means whole day is chanting. So that was Haridas Thakur. He was such an exalted personality. Whole day he was chanting. And possibly we'll discuss few of the pastime of Haridas Thakur in the next week. We'll see how the Maya Devi comes and start interacting with Haridas Thakur. So when you hear such kind of exalted person, then obviously the material mind also gives an enticement that, okay, let me also imitate, let me also chant. So this devotee told Prabhupada, I want to chant non-stop the whole day. Immediately Prabhupada told, no need. You just do your seva, what I am given you, and chant 16 rounds. That is sufficient for you. No, Prabhupada, I can chant more round. I can sit at one place and I can chant continuously. Again, Prabhupada told, no need. Whatever seva I have given, you do that seva, and whatever time you get, you chant in that time. No need to sit at one place and chant the whole day. Prabhupada told, and then Prabhupada left the temple. Because Prabhupada used to travel all across the world. But this devotee, he thought that Prabhupada may be telling to some other devotee. I am such an exalted devotee. He was actually, through me, he is giving lessons to other new devotees, not for me. So his mind made the statement of Prabhupada like that. And then he continues chanting his rounds. And then he thought that, let me go to Mayapur, India, Navadip Mayapur. There I will sit and there I will chant 192 rounds in the bank of Mother Ganga. And all devotees told, You got mad or what? Prabhupada denied you to do, right? What you're doing? No, no, no. Prabhupada's instruction for you all new people, neophyte devotees. Not for me. I'm an exalted devotee. Come on. I can do that. And he flew from US to India. And he came to Mayapur and he was made a small uh, kutia kind of a thatch near the Ganga Kinara. And he started chanting there. He chanted for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. And after a week, he was not visible there. People used to come and say, "Arey, that Baba was chanting all day and night. Where he went? I don't know where he went." And then Prabhupada came after some day to temple. And Prabhupada immediately inquired, "Where was that boy? You were telling that we chant day and night." Prabhupada, he went to Mayapur and he was chanting there. Really? Prabhupada. Okay. And then Prabhupada, when he came to India, he asked again, Prabhupada, one devotee came and he was chanting for one few days in the river bank in the Ganges. And after a week, he disappeared. We don't know where he went. Oh, really like that. And then after a few years, when devotee they were traveling in America in a Sankirtan party and their vehicle came to a gas station for filling fuel. And they saw that same devotee is filling the fuel of the car. Hare, you are Hare Krishna monk, right? What you are doing here? अरे बहुत भक्ति हो गया अभी थोड़ा कर्म थोड़ा कर रहा हूँ. You are chanting 192 rounds. Now how many rounds you are chanting? Now I am not chanting any rounds. Why? Well, what all the rounds I have chanted in that period now. Now I am just doing my karma yoga. So that is the problem happens when we don't have that qualification and we try to imitate an exalted personality. Because we don't have that ability, it's like a person holding 440 volt in a live wire in a hand. You don't have a globe, you don't have adhikar to hold. If you hold, then jhatka will come. Similarly, spirituality also, you can't imitate. Sometimes people say, we also can become like Krishna, can dance with gopis. Krishna has so many gopis. Baba, he's a god. We are a normal living entity, circling in birth, death, old age, disease. So if you imitate big personality, pure personality, God, then we will get that side effect. That is the main point. Prabhupada is telling that sitting at one place, doing peaceful meditation, going to jungle, sitting in Himalaya, and that is possible when there is no anartha in the heart. When the heart is pure, when the heart is clean, when there is no impression of sense gratification, then a person can do that. But if he will directly go in the Himalayas, sit in a jungle, and he will think about Bollywood. Wow, how the Shah Rukh Khan was dancing with that Bollywood actress. And sitting in the Himalaya, he will be thinking about Bollywood. Then what is the point in going to Himalaya? Better engage your activity. And if you get all that kind of impressions in your heart, then it is a totally distraction because you are alone, nobody there to help you. And that distraction, that things will make you fall down. So that is how Prabhupada is to always tell, be practical, be in the association of devotee, being in the association of devotee, take out some time, do nicely mantra meditation, take out some time, do practical devotional service. That's why Prabhupada in Bhakti translated devotional service. Do some practical engagement, seva, and through that seva, our senses will get purified. Because our senses are not pure. Our senses are contaminated with the sense gratification things what we have did. So when we are engaging our senses in Krishna's service, with that engagement, the senses get purified. When that senses get purified, and one day we have that hope that our mind will be free from all contamination. That time we can sit at one place and we can meditation fully. But it needs a long process of purification. So that is the Prabhupada's point in the purport is writing on this verse. And then Prabhupada is telling, but without being trained. So Prabhupada is telling that you can do that, but it needs proper training. As I told you about devotional service, all these things, when you do, then you can chant, sit at one place and chant. There are so many devotees you have seen also in history, Govardhan Babaji Maharaj, and Prabhupada's spiritual master, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He used to sit at one place, and 10 years he did very strong sadhana in Mayapur. So there are, and Prabhupada also, when he was in Vrindavan, he was strong, he was doing strong sadhana in Vrindavan. Sometimes devotee, they say, let me go to Vrindavan and I will stay there. And Prabhupada, no, you don't have that qualification to go Vrindavan. Because Vrindavan is such an exalted place. If you go Vrindavan with this contamination senses, you will start doing offense in the Vrindavan. That's how in our yatra, we take 3 to 4 days. Because if you stay for long days, then you will start doing offense in that dham. That is not good. So we do short yatras. 3-4 days means you will see everything, you will return. There is no time for doing offense in that dham. So that is the proper qualification has to be done before imitating anybody. Arjuna also thought of Krishna consciousness or Buddhi Yoga, intelligence in spiritual advancement of knowledge, as something like retirement from the active life and practice of penance, austerity in secluded place. So Arjuna, the practical, the thought of general people, what they thought. Arjuna also thought that, okay, Krishna consciousness means just take a retirement from all the active work and sit at one place to bhajan kirtan. That is Krishna consciousness. So that was the idea of Arjuna. In other words, Arjuna got a chance. It's because anyhow Arjuna didn't want to fight. You remember the first chapter. Arjuna was telling her, why you are making me to fight, kill my grandfather, teacher, so many ladies, they will get widow, so many gents, they will die. Then the children they will born, we don't have any character because the fatherless children, who will train them? So why are you forcing me to do such kind of sinful activity, killing my own relatives? So anyhow, Arjuna had an back of the mind that I don't want to fight. And now he got a philosophical clue also from the second chapter that Sthita Prajna, sitting in one place in meditation. So Arjuna then keeping this point is now nicely telling that I will just give up my Kshatriya dharma and I will take sannyas dharma and I will just go to door, Viksham Dehi, I'll do that thing. And whatever I'll get, I'll eat and I'll enjoy my life. That's it. So that was the point of Arjuna. But as a sincere student, now Prabhupada is telling the best quality, the good quality of Arjuna has. But as a sincere student, he placed the matter before his master and questioned Krishna as to his best course of action. So this is very important. Spirituality, we may get bewildered time to time. But when you get bewildered, putting your question before a senior devotee, before a Shiksha Guru, that is what is needed. Rather than trying to solve your so-called dilemma by our mind, which is already trapped in Maya, try to solve your dilemma by putting forward to a senior pure devotee. So here, when Arjuna got confused, the best thing is that Arjuna put his question before Krishna, the Jagat Guru, Krishna, the spiritual master of the whole world. In answer, Lord Krishna elaborately explained Karma Yoga or work in Krishna consciousness in this third chapter. So just imagine when Arjuna put forward his question, Krishna nicely explains that in the third chapter. So we are thinking about retirement. If you see how the Krishna conscious movement has started, practically when Krishna consciousness movement Prabhupada started, he was 69-year-old. Can you imagine? People try to retire at 60-year-old and they do all kind of a planning, retirement planning, how to enjoy their life, relax their life. Here, Prabhupada has started a worldwide international movement at the age of 69 without any money. He's going to US, traveling the whole world from 1966 to 1977. In a 12 years, he traveled the whole globe 14 times, and each and every continent he made one Iskcon temple. Can you imagine? So Prabhupada is telling Krishna consciousness is not that retiring everything, sitting in one place. You have to active till the last breath. You have to engage your senses, connecting the souls with the God. That is how it is very relevant, very active. Rather than renunciation, you engage everything in Krishna's service. That's our Prabhupada's point. And then Prabhupada is writing, actually, in the second chapter, it was really confusing. Why? Because Krishna explained, you are not the body, you are the soul. That was the Sankhya Yoga. And then Krishna explained Buddhi Yoga, how Bhakti is the superior. And then Krishna explained how to control the senses, and by giving the example of the turtle, everything. All when everything Krishna summarized in one chapter, so there is a high chance that people may get confused. And that is how Arjuna got confused, Prabhupada is telling. And then at last Prabhupada is telling, then Prabhupada is telling that actually Arjuna is a sincere student and he was a devotee of Lord Krishna. So he was actually understanding everything. So Arjuna is putting forward this question, why? Just so that all the people in the future, they can get the proper answer. So he's writing, in other words, by his questions, he is clearing the path of Krishna consciousness for all students who seriously want to understand this mystery of Bhagavad Gita. So that is how Arjuna is such a brilliant student. He is not asking for himself. He knew everything. Just he is acting in such a way that the questions what we have, our questions answer would be clarified and it will be given by Krishna, so that our doubts would be clear. That was the main point of Arjuna, putting all these questions in front of Krishna. And that is how we can appreciate the role of Arjuna. That such a pure devotee, exalted devotee, he was thinking so much about us and clarifying all these questions. So we'll end today's section here. And in the next class, we will see from the third verse how Krishna is going to reply to Arjuna's question. And the reply of Krishna would be Karma Yoga. That would be the suspense for the next section. What is how the dynamics of Karma Yoga takes place? What exactly the Karma Yoga? We will unwind the dynamics of Karma Yoga in the second section. Okay, Hare Krishna. Please, anybody have any questions or any comment, anything you want to share, please, you can share. I'm giving access now. You can unmute yourself and you can share. And I request all to on your videos so that I can see who all are attending the classes. Hare Krishna. Questions, comments, feedbacks, reflections, introspections, whatever you say, please. Or anything you want to share. Who will share first? All are watching. Who will begin?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Satrupa Mataji begin. Okay, auspicious beginning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, thank you for the class. प्रभुजी अभी मुझे है ना पहले से गीता पढ़ने को चालू किए, लेकिन जो आपने बताया जो महाराज के बारे में, जो हृदय में जो इम्प्योरिटी थे वो निकलने के बाद ही हमको रियलाइजेशन वो सब आते हैं. अभी थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आने लगा भगवद गीता, मतलब ऐसे ऐसे.
जय.
जब तक हमारे जो हार्ट क्लीन नहीं होते तभी हमारा रियलाइजेशन अंडरस्टैंडिंग भी प्रॉपर नहीं हो रहे, राइट प्रभु जी? तो मतलब आप बता रहे इस श्लोका में कि पहले तो हमारा अर्जुना पूछ रहे कि मैं जाके मतलब ये तपस्या करूँ ना कि भिक्षा मांग लो नहीं तो युद्ध करो, लेकिन युद्ध करने के लिए मतलब मतलब कौन सा अच्छा है?
Yes, Arjuna is putting this question. The answer you will hear in the next class. I will not reveal now.
Okay.
Stay tuned to hear the answer. So very important point Mataji told, that as we are purifying our heart, the revelation, because spiritual knowledge is not it's a kind of not a bookish knowledge. It's not a kind of novel that you will study and you will understand everything. It is a book. When you are studying Bhagavad Gita, it's a book, and it is given by Krishna himself. And this book, this knowledge is non-different than Krishna. So when we are practicing this devotional process, our heart gets purified, then that means what? The connection with Krishna becomes strong. And then the reciprocation of Krishna also happened very strong. And that's how Krishna reveals in the heart. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashita. This transcendental knowledge will manifest in your heart by Krishna's mercy. And then the actual meaning of the book you will understand. Otherwise, there are so many scholars. They read Gita, they memorize the sloka, they quote the sloka, they write articles on Gita, and they smoke cigarette, they eat non-veg, they do all kind of nonsense activity. So many scholars are there, especially in the West April Sea. They discuss Gita, keeping wine in the glass, drinking and discussing Gita. So many PhD scholars are there. So what is the point? So once Radhanath Swami Maharaja was giving a lecture in one of the university, and in that university, one of the professor, he has did PhD thesis in Gita Govinda, PhD thesis in Raslila, Gita Govinda, Krishna dancing with the gopis. And then when Maharaj was coming, he was asking a question. Radhanath Swami, I had a question. What question he had? I didn't understand what is the need of Krishna sitting with all these gopis in the bushes? What he was doing with the gopis? Then Maharaj told, you did PhD thesis in Vrindavan, in Gita Govinda, in the Rasalila, and you are asking a question that what Krishna is doing with the gopis in the bushes. That means only material knowledge will not help you to understand the spirituality. To understand the spirituality, we need mercy of Krishna. We need spiritual power to understand. Otherwise, that hidden gem will not reveal. It will be hidden. Only superficial knowledge will get. That's how, when Prabhupada was teaching so many disciples, they used to tell that, Prabhupada, shall we go to Sanskrit teacher and learn grammar, this, that, to understand Gita? Prabhupada will, no need, just read my books. What need to be understood? I have written everything in the book. Just that is sufficient. You do bhakti nicely, chant nicely, seva nicely, everything you will understand. So that is the main thing in the devotional service. Hare Krishna. Thank you for the nice question, Madhavi.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Chaitali Mataji, Krishna Priya, Vishnu Priya, Vishalji, Manjari Mataji, Sarat Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Actually, related to this Karma Yoga, I was firstly I like to tell I was keen interested in reading Bhagavad Gita to understand Bhagavad Gita, and from childhood only I am fan of Krishna. So, 2 chapters I completed from book, but I was having curiosity to read more, but I was not getting time to. From Spotify, I was listening Bhagavad Gita chapters, and there I heard about this Karma Yoga also. So, what I like most about it, work with detachment, and this thing I like the most. And yes. Firstly, I was also attached to too many things, like material things, I can say. to my mobile, to my any book, to my favorite thing and all. But yes, after listening this and all, I started to implement this thing, and yes, I'm implementing it. So for next chapter, I am very eager to know the things and all. Yeah, that's it.
So what you told, work with detachment, that is the principle Krishna is going to speak now.
Yes,
Karma
yes,
yoga.
yes.
It's not
Yes.
that karma yoga is bad, but do the activity, but don't get attached to the result.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's what Krishna is going to do.
Karma is very important. It's about to all. That's what I understood. And being in this material world, we have to fulfill our responsibilities as well. Like I am a daughter of my parents, so I have to take care of them as well. Being sister, I have to do my responsibility like that. Being a good friend, I have to look to my friends as well. So but apart from doing all these things, I have to maintain some distance, and I have to do worshipping God. And also this thing also I have to do. So this is what I understood.
Yes. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody else want to share anything? Any reflection want to share? Krishna Priya, Vishnu Priya, twin sisters. Twin reflection will come from them. Dandavat Pranam. Want to say something about karma yoga? They are the most sincere students. Yesterday also they attended the Hindi class. Today they are attending on the right time. Krishna has given them so much of capacity to digest Shravanam. Like, hear so much, looks like. How many hours you hear in a day?
Almost we cannot count by almost 10 hours at least we hear.
10 hours? Oh my God.
In service we just keep hearing.
Keep hearing. Oh my God. So much you are hearing. You should take some time to preaching also right now. Tell to others what you are hearing. Share with others. So then you will get the practical realization, because you are hearing with your friends or with the children. Take some time. The hearing could be little less, and take some time to share this knowledge with others. So that will be like balancing it, and you will get another realization. Try to do that.
We just speak to some people. Some of them ask us some questions. We just clarify their doubts, but we don't take specific classes. We are not qualified, but just we are trying just to get.
Can take some like right now you are studying in which standard?
Inter first year.
First year.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can take some classes for the children also, for the school children, school students. So like that's something you can do the evening time.
We are already weekly programs going on. There will have some seva. Father, we in classes and we have seva. And Ganetai, Chaitanyatai, and
So you're doing DT Seva, eh? Nice.
and Gopinath. And now Gopinath has also come. Radha Krishna is also.
Just see, they are hearing, serving. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Bandhanam. Sravanam, Archanam. They are doing the Archanam also. Yeah. Nice. Hare Krishna.
What is the Archanam?
Archanam means worshipping deities. Vigraho ka puja karna. Archanam. Puja karte hai na Archanam. That is Archanam. Okay, anything, any question, anything? Vishal Prabhu, Sarat Prabhu, Vikas Ji, or shall we end today's class here?
No question, Prabhuji.
No questions, everything is clear? Yes.
Once the chapter goes ahead, then the clearing will be there. clarity will come.
So 23 is Radhastami. Like Janamastami happened, Krishna's birthday. Similarly, Radhastami is also coming, Radharani's birthday. That is also Astami. That is 23 September, Saturday, Radhastami. So I am planning to take a special class on 22 Friday evening on Radhastami. The glories of Srimati Radharani. Once in a while, we discuss Radharani's glories. So that would be on Friday evening, mostly 7 p.m. Okay, we'll take in the Zoom class. It would be in Hindi. It's a festival class because Radhastami is coming. So, and you all are welcome to the nearest Iskcon temple wherever you are. You can visit on 23 September. It would be a big grand festival, Radhastami. You can see the glories of Radharani. There will be Radha Krishna deity. Abhishek will happen just like Janmastami. And they will offer so many items to Radharani, Radha Krishna. They say that Radharani, whatever item, Radharani never cooked any item second times. Can you imagine? That means every day she used to cook a new item. That was Radharani or Krishna. So there are so many glories of Radharani that day we'll discuss on Friday evening. Okay? Hare Krishna. So we'll end today's class. Friday we'll meet for Radharani's special class, and then next Wednesday we'll meet for our weekly class. One thing I want to ask, we are starting our class at 8 p.m., right? So instead of 8 p.m., is it okay if we start our class at 7:30 p.m.? Just as a poll to all of you. All are okay, possible or not?
People who go to work, ask them more.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Those who are here, at least, then I'll take a poll in the WhatsApp. At least from here, anybody have any objection if you start the class at 7:30 p.m.?
Prabhuji, 8 p.m. is okay.
Who is telling?
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya, 8 p.m. is okay. Okay. Anybody else having objection at 7:30? Only Chaitanya. Eh? Chaitanya Mataji, what time you come from office?
Actually, now my office timing changes, so it's till 8 p.m. But somehow whenever our class will be there, I try to I tried something and I escaped from office to attend this classes. But if 7:30 will be there, then it will be too early for me.
Too early.
Difficult to manage.
Okay, fine. No issue. Thank you so much for your time. We'll meet Friday for Radhastami class. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya vacha pattanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Ananda Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai.